Hello, we're Chester from Industry 81. I am Aubree Jones and I am the finance manager.
I'm Blake Sneider, and I'm the marketing manager.
My name is Paige Willis, and I am the R&D manager.
I am Karli Penrod, and I am the human resources manager.
A key highlight that we had in our rounds for Chester was our stock prices, and we needed to pay attention to how they fluctuated.
Another key highlight that we had in our decisions throughout the rounds was our emergency loans that we actually had.
Another key highlight we had was the importance of paying attention to customer buying criteria and how it affects demand and sales.
And then the last key highlight that we had was the importance of dividends and not to pay too much to the customers, especially when you do not have the money for it.
Something good that happened in our rounds was we eventually were able to get our stock price up. By round 5, we were able to better manage our money and got that stock price up to around $23 by the end.
One of the bad things that we did throughout our rounds was we constantly had the need for an emergency loan. This was partly due to our dividends that we accidentally paid out too early when we couldn't afford them, as well as our inventory and capacity levels.
Another thing that went wrong was that we didn't buy enough capacity in round 6. We now know the importance of buying capacity a year in advance to meet our sales forecast in order to avoid stocking out.
And then something that went right for our company is that at one point when we hit a low point, we went out and sought help through our professor, and he helped guide us to get us in the right direction, and we slowly started increasing our profits as well as our stock price.
Something that Chester did differently than all the other groups in our industry was we made 5 products by round 3. So at first, this probably didn't help us very much when it came to profits and everything. But by round 6, we were able to learn how to better manage our products, and it's starting to have a positive impact on our company.
So something that we struggled with as a team is our inventory. We weren't too sure, or we didn't do a very good job at actually buying our capacity a year in advance and making sure that we had the inventory so that we wouldn't stock out. So when we had a few rounds in the middle where we didn't actually have the inventory, and it just led to us stocking out and obviously not making as much as we could have potentially made.
Something else that we struggled with was we struggled to improve our automation because we never had the funds to do so. As of now, we have not been able to overcome this issue.
And then lastly, what we struggled with was getting our accessibility and awareness up. At first, in our first few rounds, it was deemed as poor or not as satisfactory. But as time went on, we invested more money into the sales and promo budgets, which caused our accessibility and awareness to go up to be good.
Something that I learned throughout Capsim was not to take out a big dividend. Your dividend should probably be under $1 until your business gets started.
Something that I learned is just how many people actually need to play a specific role in each part of a business.
Something that I learned was the importance of being able to trust your team members and the importance of working together to come up with the answers.
And something I learned about this was to always reach out for help and never be ashamed of it, as well as asking questions will always get you the answer.
Chester's leverage, according to the success measures, was at a 2 by the end of round 8, and our ROS, our return on sales, was at a 7. There you go.
Thank you, Aubree. For this graphic, it represents the balanced scorecard report. The orange line is all the possible points, and the blue line is all of the points that we received on it. And by the end of round 8, our market share ended up being a 20.86% in market share.
This is the analyst report. By the end of round 7, our productivity was at 20%.
And then also from the analyst report, some of the metrics that we actually dropped down to 0 for were financial structure, customer satisfaction, working capital, and emergency loans. And then as well, our profits are up to 24%.
Thank you for watching. We are Chester 81. I'm Aubree Jones.
I'm Paige Willis.
I'm Karli Penrod.
I'm Blake Sneider.
Bye.
Bye.